let's talk about glamour because you are the epitome of glamour.
Well, you fake it until you make it. So
Well, I don't think you were faking anything. I never really understood how the chamber worked. I always thought it was a part of the city.
yeah, a lot of people don't know what chambers are.
Right.
Because I think people sometimes think of the chamber as an old, stuffy, old man organization, and we're in.
So what is it? Set the record straight.
Yeah.
Welcome to Luxury on Call with Alexandra Miklosova, also known as the listing agent. This is the #1 podcast for the service-obsessed modern homeowner, the one who values peace of mind, appreciates vetted referrals, and believes that only the best is good enough. Each week, you'll hear from certified experts, luxury vendors, and trusted voices who help you add value to your estate and elevate your lifestyle. Because luxury isn't about having more, it's about knowing who to call. This is Luxury on Call.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Alexandra Miklosova, and today I'm so thrilled to sit down with somebody truly special, the powerhouse CEO of the Beverly Hills Chamber of Commerce, Todd Johnson. Todd, welcome to the show.
Hi, Alex. Thank you so much for having me.
You
It's an
are
honor.
so welcome. The #1 thing I want to ask you, when you close your eyes, what is luxury to you? What comes up to
Yeah.
you first?
So, oh boy, a lot of things. But I think you think of Rodeo Drive, of course, with all the major brands here that are expanding their businesses and making a footprint in Beverly Hills, opening up powerhouse West Coast, titles and events. But also there's a lot of smaller businesses. About 85% of the city is made up of small business. And the small businesses, I think, are as luxurious as
Absolutely.
there's a lot of good tucked away, hideaway places that are not as big brands, and I think they deliver. Ultimately, the name Beverly Hills spews luxury, and it's known for probably one of the most strongest brands in the world.
The name itself, yeah.
Yeah.
So for Todd Johnson, not the CEO, Todd Johnson, but just Todd, what is luxury? Do you always identify luxury with Beverly Hills just because it's your home and it's your second nature? Or if you're at home with your wife, like what luxury is to you? It's the time or?
I think truly, because of my background is
Yes.
hospitality, I think it's hospitality.
Yeah.
I think it's service. And I think it's a
Amazing.
smile. I think it's
Yeah.
being genuine. I think it's being kind. I think it's being yourself and not trying to be someone that you're not.
Yeah. Everybody else is taken. You have to be you.
There's only one you, and you should be proud of that.
Yeah. So I know you mentioned that Beverly Hills is a brand itself, not just the city, and I do agree with you. What do you think? Why is Beverly Hills such a unique ecosystem for businesses to come in or want to come in?
Yeah, I think, well, again, it's the brand, but it's a small city. It's 33,000 people. So everyone either knows you or they know someone who knows you.
Yeah.
And it's one of the safest cities in the country. It is,
Oh my
our
gosh,
police
so
and fire are bar none some of the best in the US. And it's a very safe place to come do business. So you can open up here, and crime is held to a minimum in Beverly Hills. We're around
That
us.
is incredible.
It's, we're surrounded by LA, and LA's got bigger challenges. And so I think people want to come here for a number of different reasons. The name, the safety, the knowledge that our tourism that comes through here, both nationally and internationally. It's been a hot button for 115 years. The city's been around. So
I think the safety is so important, and the innovation that I think Beverly Hills really drives. Could you speak a little bit about that? Because you've been doing this for a long time, right? So hospitality first, and how long in the chamber?
I've been the president and CEO 10 and a half years.
Wow, so you literally started when you were 16.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe mentally, yeah. But
Okay,
yeah,
so
I
a long
think
time.
it's
So
a
you've
long
seen
time, and
change.
I've seen the changes, but I've also seen the type of person that both lives here and also visits here. And people are people at the end of the day. So that's where I go back to that hospitality and just being helpful and doing for others. And I think that's where, a lot of the brands step up and above because their products speak for themselves.
Right.
They're super high end, and the guest that comes in is a high end. But but the service that you get inside those four walls cannot be matched by many places, or let alone online, where that's certainly affected the economy with shopping online
Yes.
and being able to get everything. But when you come to Beverly Hills and you experience someone handing you a glass of champagne and walking through a store and
Yeah.
a customer that is, or a server, that server restaurant, a person at the facility that's assigned to you and your personal clothier, it's,
Is the mission statement evolving, or it's always been the same? And what is the mission statement of
well,
the
our
Beverly Hills?
mission is truly to be a one-stop shop. We
Okay.
want to be able to, someone can come to me or us and say, you know what, we're interested in opening a Beverly Hills. How do we do that? What's the
Right.
process? Who do we need to talk to at the city about getting a specific permit regarding a fire or something involved with safety or building codes or this and that? We can help make those connections.
So it's not just branding and marketing and getting the word out, but really truly meaningful connections that will move the needle for your business.
Yeah, I mean, the most valuable thing any of us have is time. And when you're
Very
opening
true.
a business and you're being held up for whatever reason it is, if there's a way of it moving that forward, that's what we do. And we'll make the right connections and help places get open, hopefully much quicker than they would have if
Yeah.
we weren't able to make the connections.
I saw that firsthand when you were helping Sweet Angelus. I loved how involved you were. And she's such a great friend of mine. And I love to see how emotionally almost involved we were all to like have her shop open so quickly. I would like to talk about the exciting new committees you keep adding to the chamber to kind of cover more grounds, if you will, or more categories. Could you speak a little bit about that and why is it important for the future?
Sure. So we do a networking breakfast that's monthly. Actually, we had that this morning. And there's usually 125 people that come to those. We have a FLAIR, which is
I love that one.
finance, legal, accounting, insurance, and real estate.
Real estate.
And those are quarterly, and they've been around for quite a while. We added a new committee called FAME, which is
I don't know that one.
It's
sounds fun. Oh, I know this one. Actually, I do know this one.
So it's arts, media, entertainment, and fashion.
Fashion.
Yes,
Okay.
I should know. So
outfits for fashion.
Right. So and we've had two events which were hugely successful.
Amazing. Where were they?
One was just outside of Beverly Hills. The other one was in Beverly Hills. And they were both well attended, probably 100 people. And we're really trying to get into those industries that are very prevalent here in Beverly Hills. I was with an executive from Live Nation last night, and we're because one of their headquarters is in Beverly Hills, so it makes sense to get involved with those and the agencies that are here in Beverly Hills, and really trying to help them connect. I mean, a lot of those folks don't have a problem meeting people, but there's sometimes questions that they just don't know the answers to that more than likely we'll be able to help or get the answer.
Very cool. So is FAME a new event or a committee?
It's a committee. It's a committee, and it's as I said, it's been hugely successful because we really tried to get into those industries. We've been always very successful with small business and restaurants and hotels, the other agencies in town, but the entertainment agency is a unique business.
Very much so.
And they've been under a tremendous amount of pressure in the movie world for the last several years, and so whatever we can do to help navigate that to a certain degree, that's what we want to do, and that's the purpose of this committee.
Love it. Actually, it's such a great idea. I really love it. Was it your idea, or do you come together with your team and
I learned a long time ago to be smart enough to hire much smarter people than me, and it was my team that came up with this. And I also think there was requests. There were people that wanted it, and we finally pulled the trigger and put it together. And like I said, it's been very successful up till now.
I will say that you're so open to listen to not just feedback, but also create new things and initiatives and partnerships that are evolving with the time, right? Things are changing, social media. And so probably somebody had this need and you're like, we'll make it happen. So that's incredible. And I feel like the same happened with our collaboration for the service industry, right? And I'm sure there's many more in the pipeline that you can next year talk about and be proud of.
You are listening to Luxury on Call, Season 1, in proud partnership with the Beverly Hills Chamber of Commerce.
I think, you know, we have a number of events that we've done throughout the years, but we change them, we evolve, because I do think that certain entities are steadfast. Our Government Affairs Committee is steadfast.
Yes.
But we've done several events over the years where we've changed them up because I think they took their course and it was time to do something different and evolve.
So that's exciting about the growing committees. Congratulations. Really, nobody does events better than Beverly Hills. And I feel like the Chamber provides such a great platform for business owners to go and make connections and social events. So could you tell me a little bit about your social calendar, how it's evolving, or fun things that are coming up?
We do almost 180 events a year.
Oh my goodness.
Anything from small get-togethers of 20 people to larger 700-800 people. We do.
You have get-togethers with 20 people?
Yeah, we'll do like we're
That's
doing
cool.
some AI classes right now, and people will come in
Oh,
to learn AI because that's just that is all
yes.
around us.
Yeah.
But we do signature events. The next one upcoming in March will be a women's business network group that
Yes.
are very strong. There's probably 80 to 90 women involved with that. And it really focuses on women in leadership,
Yes.
such as yourself, and really women supporting women's businesses.
Yes.
So that event will be in March. Yeah, it will sell out. It's at the Mayborn, March
Amazing.
18th.
Yeah.
It's a great event. There'll be a lot of good food. The speaker is amazing.
Can we tell who the speaker is, or is it a secret?
She was the founder of OPI. So anyone that
Amazing.
does any kind of nail polish
They will know the brand.
is full on aware
Oh, that's amazing.
of Susan. So,
Yeah.
and then we do a summer garden party, which is in June, and that's when our chair for the chamber steps down, and the new chair is sworn in by the mayor. The board is sworn in, and that's I think you've been to that. There's
Yes, I have.
600-700 people come to that. A lot of good food and drink
Yes, that's a
at
fun
the
one.
Kynan Gardens. We do an event called Evening with the Mayor up at Greystone.
That was amazing this year.
Yes, it was great. Our mayor, Nazarian, is well followed and well thought of in the city, and that was a wonderful event. It's a wonderful venue. So we're very fortunate. We've done State of Luxury.
Oh yes, let's talk about that.
Yeah, and we did it this year. I didn't schedule it because I was a little lean in staffing, and I was
Reorganizing.
energizing our staff. Yeah.
That's a
And
better
then, but we will look at doing that in this next fiscal year, which will probably be in the fall of
Okay.
next year, 26. And that was always a great, we'd have Ann Shatilla, who would moderate that, who specializes in the luxury world and
Yes.
is the Associated Press.
Maybe we should have her on the podcast talk about
I'm sure she
luxury.
would love. Yeah,
She would be such a great.
she is she understands luxury. She's been around it a long time. She was a news anchor for Channel 13 for a number of years. I mean, she's very good, and I would encourage you, and I can connect you with her. So
The connector himself can
Yes.
make the connection. Well, that's
yeah,
incredibly
but we're
exciting.
also very involved. We partner with the city, and they
Mhm.
hire us to do a number of things. One of which is an outreach for businesses. And in February, we'll be going to Miami. And then we go down there to meet, in this case, all new businesses that are interested in coming here or that think that should come
So
here.
how do you know who's interested in investing? Do they reach out? Do you go there and you?
Yeah, it's a little bit all of the above. There's some inquiries we get, but we were there last year. So I think when you go meet a business and say, we think you should come to Beverly Hills, or they're like, we want to come to Beverly Hills, it's a process. It's not like, oh, we're going to sign a lease and come next
And then
week.
yes.
But I've had businesses that came within a year, and I've had businesses that came 13 years later, but we had always kept in
Really?
touch.
So you basically do business development, it seems like, for the
Completely.
city as well. I didn't know that.
Completely.
Okay.
But we also do retention meetings, and when we go to New York as well in the fall,
Yeah.
we meet with a lot of the big brands, the Ralph Lauren's and Louis Vuitton, or
Okay.
the LVMHs, and meet with their headquarters to see what both the city and the chamber can do for them. They have a number of large projects that are taking place here in Beverly Hills. The Louis Vuitton, it's going to be an amazing building.
But when is it going to come?
So they're hopeful to break ground next year,
Okay.
probably in the summer, and it's going to take where the Brooks Brothers and the Paley is today. They're going to put in about 120,000 square foot Louis Vuitton, and it's certainly not going to be just a shopping store, but it's going to also have a museum for their bags. Obviously, what they're known. They're going to have a restaurant.
Wait, is this almost like the replica of the New York one? Have you been in the New York Louis Vuitton?
I have.
Okay.
I think it will be. I believe this is going to be one of their largest.
Oh, really? Larger than the New York one?
As large.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
I was just
gonna be
there
huge. Yeah.
right after your trip, and I went there, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I had a pleasure and the privilege to dine at the restaurant, and the service was great. And actually, the food was amazing.
Yeah.
And, usually, and I don't know if I should say this, but usually department store cafes are more of a brand thing.
Yeah.
They're cute, they're great for Instagram, they're good for brand, but the food is not exactly top of
okay.
the crème. Exactly,
okay.
not exactly crème de la crème. This is, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, a Michelin star chef that's doing the menu there.
There and
Right?
also
in New York.
yeah, and then in Dior, which opened here
Yes,
in
let's talk
Beverly
about that.
Hills, 4 years they've worked on that project, and it's an
That
amazing.
building was 4 years in the making.
And there's
didn't
the
know that.
Michelin. It's a 2 Michelin star chef there at their cafe restaurant. I encourage you to go. She's
I know, yeah.
she's really good. The space is simply amazing.
Yeah.
And then the old Lux that's on Rodeo Drive is going to be torn down. LVMH owns
Okay.
that, and they will be putting up a flagship Tiffany.
Oh, wow.
So that'll be. I saw some designs and drawings on that. It's just going to be spectacular. It's going to elevate Rodeo Drive with all these big brands. Bulgari just opened their brand, and it looks.
Oh my gosh, I haven't
amazing.
even seen that
Yeah.
one. Have you been inside?
I've just seen it from the outside, and it
Mhm.
lights up, and it's pretty spectacular. So
It's amazing how your face lights up when you talk about these brands. I didn't know
yeah.
how much passion you have for them. That's the first.
Well, I have the passion for
Mhm.
business,
For business,
and
okay.
I want not that they need us to be successful,
Yes.
but I think we can help sometimes pull
Yes.
pieces together. Like Saks has a very large project that they're doing.
Saks Fifth Avenue.
Saks Fifth
Here?
Avenue
What is
down.
that?
Yep, and it's really their goal. Without going in all these details, they're really trying to elevate the Rodeo Drive feel west on
Okay.
Wilshire Boulevard. So to go a
To
little,
continue.
right, yeah, and
Yeah.
that section of town could use some uplift. And this
Energizing.
project will be,
Just that.
it'll be amazing.
Mhm.
And then
Well,
of
I
course
love
the
to
One
hear
Beverly
that.
project that's happening behind the Hilton is $5 billion, $6 billion project that's going to be simply spectacular.
So I feel like that's the biggest takeaway I'm taking away, that the city, in my mind, it was more services to the homeowners and the residents, and then the chamber was more towards the businesses. But it seems like you guys hand in hand work together to enhance everything all together, right?
Yeah, I think what's important is you always have to have a fine line, because I'm not a resident of Beverly Hills, but worked in this city for 20 plus years, and so I know what's expected as a resident, and I know they deserve that, but they also want to have the finer things in life. And when it comes to police and fire, and that a good portion of that comes from the business
That is,
tax, and
yes.
it's the businesses. The more successful our businesses are, the better
Funded,
events and
yes.
the things that the city supplies for our community, both safety and then the residents. That's why they live here.
Mhm. Do you have any favorite brand or business that's coming to Beverly Hills that people not necessarily know and you're so excited about? If you can say, if you can't say, you don't have to. But I know that there's.
There's a restaurant who I had talked with 6 years ago in New York called Saint Ambrose, and it's a
What is
very
this?
Saint Ambrose,
Okay.
and they're very
Steakhouse?
popular.
It sounds like a
It's
steakhouse. No?
it's Italian.
Oh, no, it's not.
Not that we need another Italian restaurant in Beverly
Yeah.
Hills, but this is an exceptional restaurant. They have quite a few in New York. They just opened in Aspen, and
Oh.
they're taking over the Il Fornile space on Beverly
Oh,
in January. and then they're
Where's
going
El
to
Fornaio
open.
going?
Ilfrenial's looking for another location, and we're hopeful because I know they want to stay in Beverly Hills.
They just want to change. That's cool.
I think so, yeah. And then this is a restaurant that's coming that's going to be spectacular. And then I had mentioned the One Beverly project. If people aren't aware of it, if you look it up, it's three towers, 132 stories, 128 stories of luxury condos that are
I'm so excited.
really, really high end. They're going to overlook LA Country Club. They'll never have a shadow. And then there's their Mon Hotel that's coming in. That will be the creme de la creme. They're putting in 10 acres of green space, and it
In
will
the
be
middle of the city.
you'll feel like you're in Hawaii, walking around, very tropical, it'll be spectacular. There's going to be a lot of new food and beverage. There's going to be
When is that
retail and
expected?
shopping.
Oh,
They're hopeful to have that going before the Olympics. So probably what is that? Where are we in 25? So about 3 years is what they're looking for.
that's another show in and of itself. Preparations are taking place now,
yes.
right? Like it's
Well, we
years and
have-
years of preparation.
Yeah, we have the World Cup, which is going to be here. Well, actually, before the World Cup is the All-Star game, the basketball NBA All-Star games in town.
When is that?
Same weekend as Valentine's Day.
Oh.
So that'll be a
That
very
will be a busy
weekend,
week.
but it's good
Yeah.
for the economy.
Yes.
It's good for Southern California. Then leading up, we'll have the World Cup, and then we'll certainly have another Super Bowl in February 27,
Wow.
and that'll lead up to the Olympics in 28.
So exciting.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite, like out of all of these events that you're really looking forward to? Or for you, it's just like every single one of them is really important?
Well, I think they all have their own
Meaning, yeah.
meaning, and I think their own importance. But I enjoy hospitality. I enjoy doing things for others, and these are a lot of opportunities to get involved and help business. How do I get involved with the Olympics? How do I
Exactly.
how do I take part in something regarding the Super Bowl or World Cup?
Right.
Those are huge events that economically will affect not just Beverly Hills, but all of Southern California in a very positive way. So there's a lot of planning going on. I mean, Beverly Hills is not the host city for the Olympics, but our hotels will be packed with people.
Absolutely.
And
we
we're
need
talking
that.
about, well, we do, and because full hotels means restaurants are busy, means shopping,
Exactly.
and we're looking at doing some different types of viewing parties for the
Oh, that's-
different events that take place, and so it's exciting times. And I think we're looking at the same thing for the World Cup.
Can you tell me why did you get behind it and why do you feel that this is important?
Well, I think a lot of it's you. You when you approached, and we talked about this in podcasts. I actually, this might be my second podcast I've ever done.
I know you're kind of
so,
killing it in the podcast game.
but I do think that it's important, and I think that it's relevant. And you specialize in luxury real estate and understand that part. So you understand the client that are shopping for a
Absolutely.
luxury home that's a $10 million or whatnot.
And you do know this also, just like yourself. I came from a hospitality background.
Right.
Really anticipatory service is what I love. And be able to highlight these businesses who do this and pride themselves in service is really a passion project for me. So I thank you so much.
I think it's important, and I think it's just it's collaboration, and it's helping move the needle in the right direction, and that's, we have to be open-minded to that, stick to our mission statement, but also go after what we know we're going to go.
And I love how you're taking the social media channels also, like the Chamber is having not just the newsletter, but they have the YouTube channel. They're going to do this podcast. They're going to do the story updates on Instagram. I love what your team is doing. It's so innovative.
Yeah,
is really
I
great.
mean, it's important.
Yeah,
and
you lead the way really of the Chamber.
we need to do that. I mean, Beverly Hills is well known, but there's
Yes.
always, we can't
Room to
just
grow.
sit back on the name Beverly Hills.
Yes.
We
And
have
that's
to
why
move.
it's so phenomenal, I think, because you always being pushed, not in a negative way, but like
No, no,
pushed
good way.
to,
Yeah.
to elevate your own game, which is really exciting. What was I going to say? Can I ask you some rapid fire questions?
Sure.
These are just fun questions. So one Beverly Hills restaurant you can't live without.
Oh man.
Because I know that you're from a restaurant background, so and you can say your own.
No, can't live without.
Yes. Like if they would, because a lot of restaurants sadly also
know what?
closed off. Yeah.
My good friend Vicky Mentz with Xi'an, she's got the best Chinese restaurant
Really?
in town. It's incredible. So great Chinese
Amazing.
food.
Okay. You know, there are not enough Chinese restaurants anymore. And I love that. I love Chinese food. So, okay, very good. Most underrated gem in Beverly Hills. Someone that's phenomenal, but not maybe a huge brand that people don't really know about. Underrated gem. Or it could be even a spot, like a cool breakfast spot or a coffee spot.
Well, we talked a little bit about before Sweet Angels. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
Ruby is an amazing woman. She's a single mom that opened a restaurant, which is in itself mind-boggling
Yes.
to me because I've opened 6 restaurants. But her sweets, her cakes are at a different level. They
Yeah,
really
I agree.
are, and they're incredible. And she's passionate about what she does, and I just appreciate that.
Yeah.
Anyone that's passionate about what they do,
Okay, so Sweet Angelus is your pick.
it's a good one.
Underrated gem in the city she will be. So happy to hear that.
Mhm.
First thing that come to your mind when you hear customer service. I think you kind of elaborated on it,
Mhm.
but like just one thing, customer service.
Being genuine.
Okay, genuine.
Just speak from the
Authentic.
heart and
Mhm.
not try to be something you're not.
It's like you can pick it up, like it's energy, right? Okay,
100%.
so genuine.
Yeah.
If Beverly Hills had a spirit animal, what would it be? I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm sorry. Spirit animal.
I think a tiger.
Oh,
You know, I
why?
think because it doesn't have many predators.
Okay.
It's pretty high up on the food chain. It's beautiful.
It is.
It's beautiful
Have you
and
seen a tiger in real
it's
life?
strong. I have. Yeah, and they're just their energy. You know, I think they're admired.
Yeah.
And I think that's Beverly Hills. I think we're admired and
Mhm.
appreciated for the luxury that we provide and that we allow or not allow. We hope that people get to come and experience.
Yeah. If you had to choose or buy a house right now, today or this weekend, where would you go? Like the beach, the valley, the hills,
I would my wife we'd probably go into the mountains.
to the
Yeah,
mountains.
up
Okay.
in we love to ski and
Mhm.
clean the air, nature.
Yeah. Very cool. Okay. Last question. What's your personal definition of a power player, specifically in Beverly Hills?
I
Like
think it's someone.
characteristics, maybe like 3 characteristics.
Yeah, I think honest, approachable,
That's important.
and not arrogant in any way, but humble
Humble. Okay. Honest,
Humble.
approachable, humble.
and humble. Yeah.
Very cool. So speaking of approachable, I feel like you are very approachable. So if anybody, our viewers or our listeners want to or have a business that they want to start, are they able to reach out to your team or go and join the chamber? Do you take new applications or what does that look like? Because it's a nonprofit, correct?
Yeah, we're a
So
nonprofit.
I never really understood how the chamber worked. I always thought
Yeah.
it was a part of the city.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know what chambers are.
Oh,
You know,
right.
because I think people sometimes think of a chamber as an old, stuffy, old man organization, and we're in. You
So
know,
what is it? Set the record straight.
yeah, we're members of 700 plus members, and
Mhm.
we have a number of different businesses, whether it be medical or hospitality or restaurants or retail. Um, we cover most of those avenues. So I think it's helping everyone. At the end of the day, I think Zoom was important, certainly during
Yeah,
COVID, but a
definitely.
face to face and social media is vastly important. There's people who can hit send and it goes out to millions of people and businesses go crazy, but it still comes down to hospitality. And when I speak at different groups and I say 98% of all business involves hospitality. If you're talking with someone, there's
Absolutely.
hospitality
Yeah.
involved. And if you're not genuine, or you're like, oh yeah, I'll help you. You can tell that they're not. I
Right.
think that's very apparent. So we're wanting to, as a chamber, to move forward and pay attention to what's happening around us and try to be a leader in what we do. We're not trying to be the best chamber there is, but we want to be the best that we can be.
And you do have an amazing team. I love every single person that works there, and you just seamlessly make things happen like magic.
Well, You fake it until you make it. So
Well, I don't think you're faking anything. I think you guys are making it, and not just making it, but you're really shaping the future of not just Beverly Hills, but also the business community here. I guess one last question: if you could have anybody that's exceptional at providing service that could be on the podcast, who would it be? It could be anyone. It doesn't have to be Beverly Hills. Or it's the best service you've ever had somewhere.
you know, I would Giacomino Drago,
Okay.
the owner of Il Pastel and Via Laura and
Oh
Piccolo.
yes.
He's been in the city for he's a chef, a very talented chef. Family run business. They have 13 restaurants. They do a number of retail products. So
He
he's
must have
incredible.
stories.
He knows service. He's a restaurant guy. He's a chef, and
Yeah.
he's just everyone knows him. Everyone loves him. Everyone wants to see him when he's at the restaurant. He's kind of like a Wolfgang Puck.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah,
Very cool. Well, those are great brand names, and then there's Todd Johnson. Thank you so much for the beautiful conversation, and I definitely encourage everyone, if you're not a part of the Chamber of Commerce, then go ahead and get involved, but also go to their events. Like some of the events are open for non-members to kind of feel it out and experience, and then they can decide because they're gonna love it,
they can go to
right?
our website and see.
Yes.
And if there's an interest in something, just let us know, and we'll
Amazing.
make it happen.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thank you for all you do, and thank you for being here.
Thanks for tuning in. Let's connect on all socials. And as always, head to callthelistingagent.com to elevate your estate and lifestyle. See you next time.